We lost something this week, and I'm not at all upset about it.
You know that I'm the queen of overthinking. It's like we're done before we even started. So if this is the end now, baby, know that I gave it my all. I believe in us, I won't give up on you. I will be holding on for life. Hope you believe in us, please don't give up on me. At least give me a try. 'Cause you're the best thing, the best thing. You're the
I'm still on walking orders with the dentist. He does not want me running for at least 10 days after oral surgery. So I'm just going to take this leisurely 45-minute walk and enjoy the scenery. The fall colors are starting to come in. The leaves are turning. And it's busy here. I love this time of season when the leaves are beginning to turn. It is so pretty. It's crisp in the mornings. It's nice and cool in the evenings. No better time. So I'm recovering, I think, quite well from oral surgery. I did have stitches put in the lower right-hand corner of my mouth, and it's really bothering me. It's like having little spider legs in my mouth, and I keep doing that with my tongue, playing with it, and I think I might have popped a stitch because now it really hurts. I think I did that yesterday. Bad me. But other than that, I'm feeling pretty good. And I'm not eating the soft, mushy foods like I'm supposed to either. I don't follow orders very well. Darn it.
Congratulations, you've reached your goal of 45 minutes.
Not the mileage I would have liked, but gotta do what you gotta do. And what I gotta do right now is head home and feed little Baxter his what would you call that? Not pre-surgery, well, his last meal. Let's put it that way. Tomorrow morning he goes in to get snip, snip, but shh, don't tell him. He doesn't know yet. Baxter, where do you think we're going, baby? Poor little guy. How you doing, baby? First night after surgery. How you doing, baby? How's my baby Baxter? Another training run, that is a training walk. Today though, I am going to speed it up. Tuesday, I barely did 3 miles because I think I was just, I don't know, pouty. Today, I'm doing it. And I know I'm supposed to wait 10 days before I run, but I'm feeling so good that I think I will do the 3 miler on Saturday. It's only 3 miles, and I feel real good. And I promise, if it starts to hurt, I'll slow down and I'll walk, I promise. So an update on little Baxter, you know, it's so funny how you can go from this to this in a couple hours. When we first brought him home, he whined and whined and whined. And I understand. I took his manhood away. Of course he's gonna be whiny about that. By that evening, he was much better. After the first day, we were able to take off the cone of shame because he doesn't lick. They were worried that he would. He didn't care. There's nothing down there. He doesn't care to look. Doesn't care to look, doesn't care to lick. The problem that we're having is our other husky. He wants to play. Apparently, he doesn't remember 6 short years ago when that happened to him. So we did get some calm me down pills that we do give Baxter just once a day. They said twice, but once a day. It just makes him groggy, like he's on some kind of drug. Well, he is. So we'll see how he is. We'll check back in with him later. But I've got to hoof it. I got to get going. No more slacking. I plan to do 3 miles today in my 45 minutes. So I got to get going. Here we go.
1 mile completed. Average pace 14:13. Workout completed. Time 45 minutes 2 seconds. Distance 3.16 miles.
Yes! I did it. Does anyone else find power walking to be harder than running? Man! 8 days. I'm not going to make it the 10 days. 8 days, Saturday, I'm doing that 3 mile run. I am. Since this week Baxter had his big surgery, we thought we would make, what do you want, these? Pongo's Nibbles. Now they're not really for him. This is the people food. But we're also going to make, because I love princesses, we're also going to make the Bayou meatball. What am I going to make? The Bayou meatloaf. Let's get cooking. I'm not going to make this mistake again. The oven is supposed to be heated to 200 degrees Celsius. We learned earlier that that's about 390 degrees. Not making that mistake again. That goes in the refrigerator to chill for a little bit, and we're going to start working on our meatloaf. I didn't read the directions. Rather than rolling it all together like a big roll you would have, it was supposed to be rolled toward the center so that when you cut them, they'll look like little dog bones. So I undid a little bit of it and they're not rolled up properly, and I put them too close together, so it's probably gonna be like that experiment where you try to make one great big cookie. I think they're just gonna cook and just go, we'll see. If I would have rolled them up properly, I think they would have looked just like the book. But let's give it a try. What do you think, Baxter? Those are tasty. A little bit more salt would have been good. And unfortunately, because we do use the non-dairy cheeses, they didn't melt like they're supposed to, but it still tastes fabulous. Can't wait for the meatloaf. We pop our packed meatloaf into the oven for 50 minutes, and then we make a topping of ketchup and honey as a glaze, and then 10 more minutes. Now we're gonna make the topping of glaze for our meatloaf using ketchup and honey. Get our little ketchup glaze on there. So this little guy goes back in for 10 minutes. Going to the bayou, have me some meatloaf. I won't quit my day job. What do you think? I'm thinking it looks pretty yummy. One's always the hardest. It's really tasty. I think because we used imitation or substitute meat, that's why it's not holding its form as much as it would if we used real ground beef. But that is delicious. We have 3 miles on the training plan today, and I had said earlier that if I felt well enough that I would give running a try, and that if I started to feel pain or discomfort, I would do more walk breaks and maybe even walk the entire thing. So that's what I'm going to do today. It is a crisp 32 degrees in the Pacific Northwest right now. So I have a bundle of, I've layered, so hopefully I won't overheat, and if I need to, I can take my jacket off. So we need to get started. Let's get going.
Beginning workout.
I love all these beautiful fall colors. So gorgeous. I love the trees right now.
Minutes, 18 seconds. 1 mile completed.
I gotta tell you, I actually feel really well. I'm kind of surprised. I walked out without my interval timer, under the impression that I would be walking most of this. But gosh, as you can see, my time is doing really well. I don't know if it's a combination of I'm very rested and it's really cool. So I'm feeling good. Let's keep going. I had to switch cameras. I'm now using my iPhone. I know in the past, and other people have mentioned this as well, the batteries on the GoPros do not do well in cooler weather. And as I mentioned right before I started, we were at 32 degrees. I had a 73% battery, and I thought that's good. After I did that last bit of filming, there was a beep, 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 beep sound, and then it went totally dead. Food for thought if you're looking at a GoPro. You know, my Hero 5 was really bad about that, and I was hoping the 8 would have fixed that, but I guess it's a battery issue and not a camera issue. So yeah, there you go. Where are we at here? So that might have slowed me down a little bit. I was dinking around and I hurt my finger because if you do get a Hero 8, the compartment that you have to open up for the battery is really tight. And I was in a hurry and I hurt and I broke a little skin, but it's okay. I'm clipping along. Let's keep going. I don't know, this is gonna be shaky, huh? Kind of shaky on the phone. Don't get sick.
You've reached your goal of 3 miles.
I was able to run most of this 3 miles. I did walk up a big hill, but I feel really good. I think next week is going to be awesome. And I'm glad I'm going into it feeling better because we have a huge week. We have a 7-mile walk and a 17-mile run walk. So stay tuned for that. I'll see you next week. I got to go figure out my battery situation.